Hello, all, and welcome to Pillow Talk Podcast. My name is Alex, and I'm joined by my co-host Devin.
Hey, Alex.
So, I guess we'll jump into talking about a little bit about ourselves. So, as I said, my name is Alex, and I'm just a pizza delivery boy in a college town.
I am also a pizza delivery boy in the same town as Alex, actually. We met in high school and we've been pretty good friends since then. Actually, we met in middle school and we hated each other.
Yeah, we hated each other in 6th grade.
But there was no reason behind it.
Yeah, there was.
What was the reason behind it?
Don't you remember, bro?
I don't remember.
I think we had the same crush on the same girl.
Ah, yeah, we
in
did.
6th grade.
You're very right.
And we were trying to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Anyway, but
it was kind of hilarious.
yeah, looking back on it now, it's hilarious.
It was fucking hilarious.
But now we're best friends, I would say, and we've been working together. We worked together about a summer ago, and then we're working again right now. Because I actually go to college in a different town than Alex does, but I come down where our hometown is for breaks and stuff like that, to come and visit my friends once in a while. But like Alex, I'm Devin. I am also a college student at a university. Ooh. And yeah, I also deliver pizzas in my college town and our hometown.
All right, so I guess we'll just jump into some crazy fucking stories. So, do you have any stories to start us off with? Because I know I got a few.
Okay, yeah, I got one.
Okay.
So
hit me with it.
So I'm a sophomore in college, but the freshman year is always a really weird experience and sometimes really fun for a lot of people. But in the first week of college, I was getting settled in and everything, and there was a sign that allowed students to join like a Snapchat so they can get to know each other and like make friendships and like connect with different people, make study groups, whatever. But as anyone can guess, people used it for different purposes. Some people used it for weed, for selling their stuff.
Probably a lot of like hookups and stuff like that too.
That too, yeah. You just find a girl's Snapchat, swipe up, and the rest is history.
Was it on like Facebook or something?
No, it was on Snapchat.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was like a giant Snapchat page?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very interesting.
So did you all like post to the page and were like, "Hey, I'm
Blah blah blah.
I'm John Long."
I live in blah 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 hall.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, how do you... Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
You were like, oh, there's a biology study group at 7:00 in blah 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 hall. You know.
Oh, okay, gotcha, yeah.
So it was just like a way for students to meet up, interact with each other, so they have friends coming into college, you know. So, as I said before, things got a little twisted within this Snapchat group chat.
I could only imagine.
Yeah. So, as I said, people were selling weed, just selling all random types of things that they didn't want that they brought from home. So, one day, I get an individual message from someone from that group, and it was a very formal invitation, but it wasn't to a party. Well, it was kind of a party, but it was a very interesting kind of party. It was actually an invitation to an orgy. Freshman year, like first week of college, so this, shocked me a little bit, and I didn't know how to respond. So I took a second and was just like, no thank you, I'm good. I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna have to decline.
Wait, so it was, what?
It was an orgy.
Oh.
Like, there was a sign-up sheet and everything, and I just wasn't about it. So,
like, fill your name on the ballot?
yeah, kind of thing. And, like, from there, we'll...
Sign and date?
No, literally, there was, like...
What?
Yeah, there was, like, come to room, like, 300 and whatever at 7 o'clock.
Oh my god.
And the another person messaged me and was like, "Are you sure you don't want to come?" I was like, "Yeah, no, thank you. I'm okay. Um, thanks for the offer." And they're like, "Are you sure? We were planning to videotape it. You could be a part of this experience or something like
Okay,
that."
was there money involved though? That's the real
I don't
question.
think there was.
Oh, okay.
I think it was all for like the profit of the person who organized it or whatever.
Get that sweet Pornhub ad revenue.
But yeah,
Dude, I got kind of a weird story like that.
okay, hit me.
So I delivery drive a little local shop, and so we deliver all around this town. We kind of have a big radius, anyways. But this house I was delivering to was pretty close to where the shop is at, and so I'm driving over, and I'm like, oh, I totally know this house. It's like the nicest house on that street, totally cool. And I know it's like a couple with like a newborn that live there, They're super nice, they tip well. So I came up, parked, walked up to the house, and I knock on the door, and I look through because you could like see through on part of the door. So I looked through to see if anyone's like coming up because it took me a second. And I look in, and literally there is 10 or 12 like completely naked girls, like a few wearing bras, a few wearing swimming suits, but like most of them were just like completely naked.
So just to be clear, this is not the couple that you were expecting.
No, this was not. There was camera equipment and lights everywhere, and I knock on the door, and they're like all these girls like come up to the door like, pizza's here. They're like screaming. I mean, obviously they're drunk off their asses, and they're like come on in. And I'm like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And they're like, hey, you should do some shots with us. And I'm like, I have to drive. Like, that's my fucking job.
So you definitely walked into a porn shoot, is what you're saying.
Something like that. Anyway, so I got a business card from one of the girls. She's like, hey, go follow my Instagram and yada yada. And I was like, okay. And anyways, they tipped me really well, but it was the weirdest fucking thing because I was just like, what the hell am I even walking into right now? I don't know. It was...
I mean, it's not the worst thing to walk into.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, you get that a lot when you deliver a drive to strip clubs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You just pull up, you walk in. Usually the bouncers just let you walk in. Some of them are like assholes to you, but like you just walk in, and then they're just like you're looking for the person. And strippers don't go by their actual names.
Yeah.
So they have to like look on this chart, and they're like, oh, you're looking for Haley? Well, get Cinnamon off the stage for me real quick. and then Cinnamon, like, fresh off the stage, like, everything's exposed. Just walks up, signs for the pizza, still tips. And I'm like, okay, you didn't have to tip.
I mean, just walking in here's a tip in itself.
But and it's interesting. You get paid in a lot of sweaty ones,
of course.
And I'm just like, yeah, you don't like. Nah. I take those ones and I usually just throw them on the ground, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just fucking pay that $1.
Yeah.
No, like I'm sorry, I do not want chlamydia.
Yeah. Yeah. For anyone in the service industry, you'll definitely understand that. As a person in the delivery service, we get a lot of weird people and a lot of interesting experiences.
Dude, some of the people that are like either super drunk or super high, those are the best customers ever. I mean, honestly, you would agree. Like, it's just like I had this friend that pulled up to a delivery, right? Mm-hmm. And I wish this was my story, but this is my friend's. And he was just delivery driving for like a few months because he was like in between jobs. And so